I'm going to put my 2 pesos in on this one here, and I'm going to kind of push it a little bit here. Richard Jarret, thick grandpa, as you know him, has gone way too far. And this isn't the first time he's done something like this. When he attacked Michael Fazio from behind, who was basically very defenseless. And he's done a lot of nefarious things on YouTube. And one of the newest things, as you're probably familiar with, he's declaring on his video that Paul in the Philippines died. Now, I'm not even sure if his wife is aware of this, but she is now, because I've sent a clip and I also made a permanent copy of this anyway. Ricky, I'm going to make this directly to you. I don't know what your problem is. You did a fund for Barry. You took most of the fucking money from him. And you bought your fucking rent-a-girlfriends a fucking expensive phone. You hit Fazio from behind. You've done a lot of horrible things on YouTube. Then you announced that Paul in the Philippines died when he did not die. That's a serious offense. I don't know if you realize that. That is cyber libel. But I think it falls under other categories too. I would encourage Baby May to file initially a report with the local PD and get the recommendation to send it over to the cybercrime unit. That was not cool, Ricky, what you did. That really was not cool. As I said, I don't know what your fucking psychological situation is, what your problem is, but there's a lot of people that support Paul that are really unhappy with what you did. Don't, ever, ever support this guy again in any way. I'll give a copy of this over to Baby May. It's a really serious offense when somebody comes on social media and announces that somebody had passed away when they did not. And that could have some serious consequences. I don't know, it's really building up for Richard Jarret. It really is. He tries to be very entertaining on his show and acts like a fucking idiot. Probably because he is, but to some of the things he does to get attention on his show. Of course, who could forget mouth to mouth with a ladyboy? That was one of his most embarrassing moments. And the shock, and maybe the joy to maybe some people, when he went and hit a YouTuber, Michael Fazio, who was a senior citizen, behind the head. Couldn't face him head on. That's what he did. That's what he did. I don't know what gets him off, this guy. We've been, all of us, dealing with him for a lot of years. Entertainment is one thing, but it's really how far you go with it. I'm not sure what he's trying to prove to himself or anybody else, but that's really not fair. Saying that Paul died when he was simply getting a biopsy of his bone marrow. Yeah, he said he was drugged. Yeah, he wasn't drugged. Yeah. Hey, it's his sexual preference, is his deal. Yeah, I personally think he goes both ways, in my opinion. Just want to spread the word out there. I don't care if you're on Facebook or whatever it is, spread the word. Give his name, where he lives. Contact any agency that you might feel would want to be involved in this. Just like the other guy that's in detention thought he could just say anything on YouTube, apparently. That didn't work out very well for him. It's the same as Richard Jarret cannot come on YouTube and say that, Paul in the Philippines passed away when he did not pass away. No, he didn't die. Someone just had breakfast with him this morning or something, but besides the point. Ricky just can't come out with shit like that. He's a sick fucker. Let me tell you, he's a sick fucker. I think he has a multiple personality disorder, amongst other possible evaluations, if he had such. Yeah. He was even bragging in Ben Newton that he was out here crossing genders. Guys, on one hand, you can look at this and say, yeah, this is YouTube, and what do you expect? Sure, you can think about it that way, but I think some people go too far. Popeye went way too far, but you see, the whole idea with Popeye, Robert Clausen, is that he feels that he can say anything he wants, do anything he wants, because he lives in the United States, and he doesn't see how anybody's ever going to meet up at his house and do anything to him at all. That's what you call the markings of a true coward, complete coward. Because that's what Popeye does to the protection of his house that he inherited, not bought. Okay? And his computer, the safety. That he figures, and even said it himself, I could say and get away with anything I want. Well, I don't know about that. I'd love to see somebody show up at his doorstep. Anyway, his address is available anytime anybody wants it. We got it right here, not that anybody doesn't know. I know he knew what he was doing. Ricky needs attention, and that's why he goes to the rent-a-girl companies and all that shit. What normal woman does want to have anything to do with him? Nothing. No one. Flash the money, the dinners, the drinks, and all that stuff. Sure, he'll go along with you. You can pretend you're a real man. He's not a real man. He's just an oversized pussy. That's all he is. What he did was wrong, period. Paul is not a bad guy. Like I said before, he does have that car salesman thing still going with him, but Paul has done nothing wrong. Maybe he interviewed the wrong guests sometimes. It turned out to be something they weren't. But that's actually not Paul's fault. Okay. Other than that, he's just another foreigner trying to get along and have a life in the Philippines, get away from the United States, like so many are doing these days. And his wife does not deserve that. Because you don't understand, what you put out on YouTube, it's seen by a lot of people. People share the information, and who knows? That Paul's relatives or anybody would get word thinking that he died because of Ricky. You know, a lot of the YouTubers make a lot of claims. For example, Barry Jordan said that I've gotten contact with his parents, and what did he say? That he died of AIDS or something like that. I've never contacted Barry's relatives. That never happened. But, you know, Barry is Barry, okay? Need I say more? Things like that could harm people, just like a clueless fucking complaint made against me to immigration by Barry's girlfriend. These people don't care who they hurt. They don't give a fuck who they hurt. That's the way it is on YouTube. They don't give a shit the ramifications with all parties that could happen as a result of something like that. Oh, believe me when I tell you, this little incident of a report is not forgotten. It has some serious ramifications. It's not going to end right there. I will tell you that right now. It's not ending right there. She needs to be responsible and contact immigration and say, I'm withdrawing. It's my mistake. I was acting in a bad mood, whatever. Why? Because she was. Number two, this is not going to go away. Oh no, it's not going to go away. To try to get me removed from my family out here? I take this matter really seriously. And I take matters like Ricky, who's telling people that somebody died when they did not die. Neither one of them is acceptable in any form or way. Neither one of them. Ricky, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, man, but you got something seriously wrong with your ass. That needs a zip code, by the way. All you do is come on your show and you find somebody to talk about, criticizing every word, every move, like another Popeye, of course, but you have your own style. It's just not right. Paul is not dead. He's alive and well. And you had no right, no legal right, to come on YouTube and say that Paul in the Philippines died. You can't do that on here, Ricky. I know you try to get away with a lot of shit, but you're fucking deranged is what you are. You're fucking deranged. I don't know. I'm tired of this shit. I'm not even going to finish what I have to say, to tell you the truth. I'm so disgusted with the antics on here. People don't realize how they can hurt people for what they do. There are people on here that legitimately need to be thrown out of the country. Legitimately. That need to be in fucking jail or prison. But Ricky is kind of on the same path. He figures he could get away with everything. Well, he didn't really get away with the Fazio thing. All right, big deal. He spent 4 days in jail. Something better than nothing, but I don't believe that's over. He believes it is. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if they decided against him and, whatever they want to do? I don't care, really. Don't matter. Ricky's on his way out anyway. Just trust me when I tell you that. He's not a healthy person. He'll be gone before you know it. Just like Fazio. Both troublemakers. Yeah. Okay, I'm just really kind of disgusted right now. I made sure that Baby May knew about this if she didn't know it already. About what Ricky said with his name and everything else. You're a piece of shit, Richard. You really are. You had no right coming on there saying that Paul died. It's funny to you, but it's not funny to anybody else. And looking at a lot of scattered comments that I find here and there, there's a lot of people that support Paul that are not exactly happy with you. Why don't you buy a one-way ticket to fucking hell and get the fuck off YouTube? Do us all a fucking favor. You don't contribute to the community, you never did. Except for the freakazoids that like to follow you. The drama queens and kings on here. You're going to explode like a goldfish anyway. I'm waiting for that day to happen. It's a matter of time, Ricky, and I think you know that without me saying that. I think you know a lot more than you'll ever kiss and tell. Oh, kiss and tell with the lady boy. That was one of YouTube's better moments. I think it was. It's just wrong. One day you will pay the price, Ricky. The sooner the better. I know somebody else is going to be paying that price dearly. I just hope you're one of them. I hope that she goes to the police station and files an official report on you and gets the recommendation over to the RACU unit in Cebu over at the Cybercrime Unit, District 7. I'm going to push her to do so, and so should all his viewers and followers. So if anybody wants to give any extra information on Ricky, go to Baby May's channel and give her all the information. I already provided his name and so forth, and you might want to participate in this. Because I think, Ricky, you've just gone really too far. We know you're a clown, okay? You don't have to prove that. But hurting people is not something cool. Not that I give a shit about Barry, but you took all his fun money, probably 75% of it in your pocket to buy your rent-a-dates, phones, hotel rooms, dinners. Not that I'm sticking up for Barry, I'm not. But that fun money, nevertheless, should have went to Barry. But you didn't do that. In fact, you're probably the one that gave his girlfriend the money for their mutual lawyer to put a complaint against me. I'm pretty sure you're behind that. You're a sick fuck, you know that? You really are. You're a sick fuck.